Hello, I'm Stella Marrs. I'm an artist, and I work at the intersection of feminist ideas, environmental ideas, and ideas about social practices. In 2009, after the financial collapse, I woke up one morning with this image in my mind about shopping cart victory gardens. Could I take the waste stream and repurpose it and make little mini gardens in shopping carts? So I canvassed businesses and individuals, and I got 50 little shopping carts going through Buffalo in an area that people traveled so that they would come upon one after another. Is it possible to put out these little carts and have plants growing in them, and they're like little orphans? Will you water me? Am I getting scorched? Or is someone in Buffalo just gonna kick the fucker over? Because that's how Buffalo is, right? So this was an experiment. Could you take these steel structures that were made to support hypercapitalism, that then once it deteriorates becomes icons of rampant homelessness, into something positive and communal and hopeful and productive? That was what my question was about this project. And what I learned at the end of the first year was that I needed to incorporate vermicomposting, because no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get soil that was fertile enough in Buffalo. I was asked to do an installation at the University of Buffalo Galleries, and so I did this installation of these shopping carts filled with vermicompost as a memorial to Rosa Gibson, who grew flowers in hundreds of pairs of shoes on the east side of Buffalo, symbolizing the kind of violence that was happening, and people would go down there. This is Agnes Dennis. She is an early environmental artist that works with crops and trees. This is a piece called Wheat Field Confrontation. It's 2 acres of wheat that she grew in 1985 as an art piece. And it happened between the World Trade Towers and the Statue of Liberty. And it grew the summer of 1985 and was harvested. So I keep looking at the internet. I think of the internet as where I do my visual research. I look for ways people are growing plants in unexpected ways, like hops on telephone poles, on roofs, in between houses, public space. Fritz Haag is an LA artist who has this idea. He wants to make the world be the world he wants to live in. So he's systematically been taking out suburban lawns and repurposing them as mini farms and using it as an educational vehicle about soil and water. This is in Amsterdam, an architect that had a community come together and use scaffolding and fill up agricultural crates, planting plants and herbs and having little picnics inside Eat House. That was the name of this piece. There's all these amazing examples, like this. This is servicing Chicago's 500,000 people that live in a food desert. A retrofitted bus, 1-aisle grocery store, and where it is at that moment is on a website. But we live in Burlington, full of fabulous organic food, and this is one of my favorite things. The Diggers Mirth Collective beat van. They drive around neighborhoods. Vegetables for sale, with this mean beatbox that is really crappy that they've got to keep. So, surfing the net, there's this conversation going on between these social platforms, this multitude of people trying to figure out how to grow things in urban spaces. And it's so interesting when you get onto YouTube and you get onto Vermicompost and you see how many testimonials are uploaded by people that are like, this is the most important civic gesture you can make, good soil. Oh my God, it's like this paradigm shift that's going on. And window farms that got supported through the Kickstarter with the option of buy or build, build being this open source, here's your plans, and then tap into the website and hear this, read this conversation. My plants aren't growing. It's hilarious. And then going and seeing how many people are thinking, how do I repurpose plastic? How do I repurpose plastic and grow things out of it? How do we make industrial weavings with plastic and these kind of soft bags that we can plant in? And I have this image here because I love it so much. It addresses the ideas of growing things, a communal space, maybe with that idea of referencing the diggers and public space and how everyone needs to eat and live together. And then this picture, oh my God, what does this mean? And I say to myself, is this a suggestion of nomadic civic duty to occupy public space? And invite me to your next dance party if you need another dancer. Thank you.